On January 4th, 2006, Vince Young wasn't just a football player. He was a force of nature. In what many call the greatest college game ever played, Young accounted for 467 yards of offense against a USC team that featured two Heisman winners. When he scampered into the corner of the end zone with 19 seconds left, he became a Texas immortal. But what if I told you the path to that moment was forged in a tragic accident involving a bicycle and high-voltage power lines? And that the invincible Vince Young would eventually find himself in a dark room, contemplating leaving the game forever just 2 years later. Today we look at the little-known details of the life and times of VY. Growing up in the Hiram Clark neighborhood of Houston, Vince's career almost ended before it began. At age 7, Vince was riding his bicycle when he was struck by a vehicle. The impact knocked him into a high-voltage transformer. He was severely burned and spent months in the hospital. Doctors told his mother he was a football star. He was a standout in basketball and a pitcher who could throw 90 miles per hour. His nickname back then? V-Smooth. In 2002, he was the #1 recruit in the nation. While every school in the country wanted him, Vince had a secret. He almost went to LSU. Nick Saban, then the coach at LSU, had built a massive connection with him. It wasn't until a private conversation with his mentor, the legendary Steve McNair, who Vince called Pops, that he decided to stay in Texas and change the Longhorns' culture forever. Vince went 3rd overall to the Tennessee Titans and was the 2006 NFL Rookie of the Year. But behind the scenes, a rift was forming with head coach Jeff Fisher. Fisher didn't want Young, he wanted quarterback Matt Leinart. This led to a toxic environment, a little-known fact that highlights Young's mental state at the time. In 2008, after being booed by his own fans, Young disappeared. The police were called to search for him, fearing he was suicidal. They eventually found him at a friend's house eating wings. But the incident revealed a man crumbling under the weight of expectations and a lack of support. Then there was the spending. While many athletes go broke on cars and jewelry, Vince's financial downfall had quirky details. He reportedly once spent $6,000 at a cheesecake factory in a single sitting, and at one point, he bought out an entire Southwest Airlines flight just so he could fly in peace. After Tennessee, Vince famously called the 2011 Philadelphia Eagles the Dream Team. It became a curse. He bounced around the league, and in 2017, he made a strange, short-lived attempt to play in the Canadian Football League with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. He tore his hamstring before the season even started. The magic was gone. So where is Vince Young today? After years of financial and legal hurdles, including a bankruptcy filing in 2014 and some DUI arrests, Vince has worked hard to rebuild his image and his life. He returned to the University of Texas, finally earning his degree in 2013, a promise he made to his mother. He has served as a special assistant in the Texas Athletic Department and is a frequent fixture at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. He also ventured into the culinary world with Vince Young's Steakhouse in downtown Austin, which has become a premier spot in the city. Most importantly, he has dedicated himself to the Vince Young Foundation, focusing on underprivileged children in Houston and Austin. Vince Young's NFL career might not have ended in the Hall of Fame, but in the state of Texas, he remains a king. He is proof that you can be knocked down by a car, by a coach, and by your own mistakes, and still find your way back home.